Hey, this is Can I Get a Minute podcast with Christine and Jasmine about our lives as sisters and stay-at-home moms. And this is all in just good fun. Hey, Jazz, so how was your week this week?
It's been pretty good so far, and we had speech therapy today for Christian, and he's been struggling saying words right now. He just does mama, dada, so we're trying to get him to have a bigger vocabulary, and he is just really not having it. So we're doing little things like taking stuff away. So
Is that working?
Somewhat. So like last night we took away the milk from him because he likes to have milk before he goes to sleep. So we're trying to get him to say milk.
Okay.
And he really just does not want to say it. And so then we took away his pacifier because he needs to say.
He's not really big on pacifiers too, I saw.
Just at night. He likes to go to sleep with his pacifier. So it helps him go to sleep. Or it's with him, it's like he likes to sleep. He has two pacifiers. He likes to sleep with one and smell one. So we have to take both of them away from him, and he hides them in his bed. But so anyways, we took those away from him, and then he cried for a little bit, and then finally we gave them back to him. But today with speech therapy, like she comes once a week and she does it for like an hour, and it's just to help him, to get to say some words. At first when we went to doctors, they were, trying to say maybe he had autism or,
And how did that make you feel?
That made me really upset. I know it made my husband really upset that he just like literally just wanted to walk out of the doctor's office because, I
know it could be overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming. And then with my husband, he's a very emotional person. So I'm like telling him to relax, and he's like, no, these people don't know what they're saying. They don't know my son. He is like, because when we went, it was during his like nap time. So he wanted to take a nap. So he was like acting up, throwing a tantrum, like just not paying attention to the doctor. So the doctor was like, oh, those are all signs of autism.
They're quick to label.
Quick to label, yeah. And my husband got really upset about it and was like, no, he doesn't, maybe he does, maybe there are signs, but, you're just a pediatrician, you're not a person that is just studying.
It's not there all the time with him.
Yeah. And
real in his natural environment.
But then also someone that diagnoses kids with autism.
Oh, so it wasn't like a developmental pediatrician.
No,
it was more
it was
like
just a regular pediatrician, his everyday pediatrician, pretty much.
So now you've been doing speech therapy, and how long has that?
Well, we had 3 sessions so far. He's doing good. Today he got really upset with the lady. He just was not having it. He was not listening to her in the beginning. He was throwing himself on the floor. He didn't want to sit down, like when she told him. And then finally, he started listening a little bit, and he actually was able to say apple and egg, so that's really good.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, he said apple and egg.
That's really good.
Yeah, and
did it come out clear? Were you guys able to understand him?
She said it did. Me, I felt like he could have done a little better, but she says, no, that's good. That's a good start.
You don't want to push him.
Yeah, and she was trying to get him to say milk, but he didn't want to say milk. He does not want to say milk at all. So, what I was doing, what we started last night was taking the milk and all that stuff away. So she just said to keep doing that and not just give it to him.
Right.
Don't make it easy for him. So, say if we want to give him, if he wants juice and he asks us for juice, then you give him juice. You don't give him milk or water. So, you give him what he asks for because you don't want to confuse him. And then, what else during my week? I say we did
Jax.
Oh yeah, Jax. So with Jax,
Jax is actually 4 months?
He's gonna be 5 months.
5 months, and then baby Christian, which we call him baby Christian because his dad is senior Christian.
Yeah.
He's about to be 2.
Yeah, he's gonna be about to be 2.
How many words does he say now?
Right now, he only says mama and dada, and now he's actually calling us by mama and dada, and he knows who mama and dada was.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel good because at first, he didn't even know, like a month ago, he couldn't put, like, I'm mom, and he couldn't put together that dad is dad. So now he's actually, if he wants his dad, he actually calls his dad now. So I feel like that was really good.
I know you had some struggle this week about baby Jax.
Oh my goodness, Jax is like, if I had Jax as the first baby, like before Christian, if he was my first child, I wouldn't have another child. Like seriously, like it would have been cut off right then because Christian, when I had Christian, he was like easy breezy, like. You know, I was able to put him to sleep. I gave him his bottle. I was able to lay him in the playpen, or I was able to put him in the swing, put him on the floor, and he was really good. Like, he just went with whatever I did. And Jax, it's his way or the highway. So pretty much I could give him a bottle, but if he doesn't want to lay down after the bottle, he's not going to have it. He's not going to lay down. You probably hear him in the background because he sees his cousin playing, and he thinks he's a big boy and he wants to play with him. But Jax, we're doing sleep training with him right now because he does not like to sleep. So we wanted a weekend to ourselves, probably like, I want to say it was last weekend or the weekend before. So we gave, Christian, we let Christian stay at his mother-in-law's house. And we're
baby Christian.
Not baby Christian and Jax to his mother-in-law's house.
Your mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law's house. I'm sorry.
His mother.
Christian's mother. I'm sorry. There's Christian and baby Christian. So I'm like all over the place. We gave the kids to Christian's mother, my mother-in-law. Right. And, she's really good with the kids, but, with Jax, she kind of like spoils him and especially in
favors him a little bit more over the other.
Yeah, sometimes. She says she doesn't, but she does. But, like, in the middle of the night, we usually would give him just one bottle, Jax, right? And when he was staying at the mother-in-law's house...
His grandmother,
she was giving him 2 bottles in the middle of the night. So when he came back, he was demanding for 2 bottles. And then last week, I was super exhausted because he wanted 2 bottles instead of 1 bottle in the middle of the night. So then I said, no, we're going to nip this in the bud, and we're not going to give him... Now, from 2 bottles, you're not going to get any bottles. Like, that's it. You're cut off completely.
Cold turkey.
So, the first night was pretty much hell. The second night, hell again. The third night, it's been a little bit better. And now, last night, he actually just, like, whined and then, like, went right back to bed. So, they said you could start doing sleep training, like, between 4 to 6 months. And that's what we started doing because he's like 5, so we started a few days ago, last week, yeah. And now he is doing so much better, sleeping in the middle of the night, and the sleep training does work. So if it's, parents out there, if you feel like you're not resting and you're grouchy during the day and you're taking it out on your kids and, the baby's just a few months, I would just start doing the sleep training between 4 to 6 months because... Now I have more energy.
Who told you about it?
I actually just looked it up online, and my pediatrician actually told me too.
Confirmed
she was
it?
she confirmed it because once I looked it up, I asked her, and she's like, yeah, you can start the sleep training. Like he can,
I wish I knew that because honestly, with Zoe, it was horrible. I would have to wake up 3. We already knew if I didn't go to sleep by 8, which is early, we would have to wake up by 3. My husband's not the type of person or that he would go to sleep early. So he still had his sleeping schedule, to go between 10, 11 o'clock. So he would go to sleep, and then we would wake up at 3. And at 3 o'clock, I'm like, I need some sleep because I'm working at this time. This is my second child. And so he's telling me, he felt bad because, he was so excited. And with the second one, it was different. So he was just more hands-on. He was just wanting to do everything. He was like Mr. Mom, and it was great. But then it was hard at the same time because I'm not going to carry her all the time. I'm not going to baby her all the time. So then now it leaves me with like, oh, now it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm not getting sleep. I'm going to be grouchy tomorrow. So like, don't talk to me. And then he would be kind enough to be like, hey, you know, let me, you know, take care of this. And I was like, that's fine, perfect, because you created the monster. I didn't create this. You created this. So he would take care of her. But there was times where it would be like 3:00 and it's like, I didn't want him to stay up. So we would stay up from 3:00 and just start our day there. And
that's crazy. Like, no, I refuse.
I mean, I wish we had sleep study. I mean, now with our third child, he sleeps through the night, and basically we don't even give him a bottle before he goes to bed. He's just he's just easier. We just put him into sleep. He goes to sleep. He'll wake up around 6:30, 7:00, where everybody wakes up, and he's, you know, doing what he has to do, you know, as a kid, and eating and doing better. But like that second child for me, I mean, I
think the second child is so much harder than the first child.
Yeah, because I mean the third child, I know you're not gonna have any more, but my third child was like easier with my first child, because my first child, I was able to put her to sleep. It was not a problem. And then now with this third child, it's the same. But that middle child, that second child, I mean,
like they raised hell. Like,
yeah. And then the thing is, like, she's still, to this day, she's 3 years old. And yesterday, actually, the day before, yeah, she'll be 4 in September. But the day before, she didn't even come to my room. So I was like, thank God, because I mean, every night she comes between 2 and 3 o'clock. So I was like, wow, she's not even here.
You know what it is? It's a habit. Like what the pediatrician was telling me.
Right, and so she comes, and like she was there last night, and I'm like, great. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss her at times, because I'm like, I'm so used to her being there, but then I'm not getting my sleep because she's kicking me, or she wants to be right under me, or she wants to smell me. So it's.
I feel like sleep is like very important. Sorry about the background. Christine's little boy is having fun over there with the little. Piano toys
and
all that good stuff. But no, yeah, sleep is very important. Like I was like so like.
I know you were grouchy.
Monday, I would say I was so grouchy. I was emotional, crying, and my husband was laughing at me, and I didn't find nothing funny about it. He was just like, you know.
I remember you were really upset on Friday because you were with the kids, and he didn't say how his day was.
I started crying because first, you know, the kids were very overwhelming. First of all, for some.
Yeah, stay-at-home moms. I mean, I don't understand. I used to work, and I used to be like, I'm never going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to work. I don't know how they do it. They probably sit on the couch, watch their soap operas, and this and that. And then now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, I feel like I have more work on my plate than I did going into work.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because, like, with my husband, I feel like me being a stay-at-home mom, my husband, like, he wants me to cook, clean, which is understandable because I am a stay-at-home mom, so I should be able to do that, which I do, and take care of both kids. But it's like a job 24/7. You never get a break. So when he gets home, I like literally tell him like, "Listen, you're watching the kids. Like I don't care."
Yeah, and that's very important because you need that time. I'm lucky because even though my husband works from home, and you know, I know that. It would be cool if your husband worked from home because it'll be easier for you because you have the 2 kids.
No, it wouldn't because he would still have to
working. But my husband's very hands-on. He, you know, when he has a minute, he'll like help me. Like for instance, today I was getting the bath ready for the baby, and he was quick to like take the clothes off. So I mean, he's great like that, and he knows how to cook. So I'm not gonna. He's a great cook. So
my husband, he actually doesn't know how to cook. And I do all the cooking, and, you know, like, for example, yesterday, what do we have?
No, you do gourmet stuff, girl.
Yeah, like, sometimes I do, like, salmon with shrimp and mussels in it. I know
it's not
likes seafood, but that's, you know, he loves seafood, and he really likes everything. But, yeah, I'm always cooking, and it's all, we always try to save money. So, like, I cook the night before so he can take lunch so we can save money. Because if not, like... The way that he likes to eat expensive food, so I'm trying to get him to, like, cut that out, you know?
I've noticed that, too. When I used to work, I would bring a salad every day because it gets so expensive, like, when you're at work. But, no, my husband made this weekend. They're called the Stone cups. They're like basically, they're plantain cups. They're fried. They're super good. And he put some steak in there. I was like, oh my goodness, this is heaven.
And it looked like a little
They were
spicy, the mayo ketchup in it.
Yeah, the mayo ketchup, the mayonnaise and ketchup. And I mean, he loves to cook. That's his passion. So, I mean, that's great. And then it's bad at the same time as a curse because, I mean, I have gained weight, not only with the pregnancy, but he just loves to cook. I mean, he's just the type that he watches Chopped and he'll be like, oh, what do I have in the house? Let me see what I could do. I mean, like, he's amazing in that sense.
It inspires him.
It sure does. I think that when I get older with him, I'll probably be really fat. Fat and probably traveling. And
I try to get my husband fat. That's my thing. Like, I try to feed him so then, no one looks at him. Because I'd be like trying to stuff him. Like, he's like, oh, do we have cookies? I'm like, no, but I can make some. Like,
no, my husband, he's like, oh, that Crunch gym that's gonna open. I was like, oh, so now,
oh yeah,
like two, what was it, like a couple weeks ago when I wanted to, you were like, oh no, because they're not open yet, but now it's okay for you. I was like, it's amazing. Like, this man, his uniform is like basketball shorts and a shirt every day with some sandals. So to me,
it's easy for him to go to the gym. He's already ready.
I know, but the thing is, like, I have a treadmill. I understand. I'm always on the treadmill. It's very inspiring. I'm all about the eating healthy. It's very hard. But, like, the thing is, it's like, why all of a sudden it's okay for you to go to the gym, but he's quick to, like, throw that, well, I bought you a treadmill. Why don't you stay here?
Well, exactly. You want me a treadmill, so that means you can get on the treadmill.
He's like, I don't work like that. That's
like
not
me.
my type of workout. I'm not motivated like that. I'm like,
well, you need
I can't go. But, I'm not going to knock it because, honestly, I'm like one of those people that watches, like, those crime shows, those true stories, murder shows, like, on CBS, like 48 hours. So I'm like, at 5 o'clock in the morning, somebody could be outside my garage. When I'm backing up at 5 o'clock in the morning, somebody could kill me. And when I'm going to the gym, so I'd rather just go on the treadmill at my house. But, I think like that because I do watch those type of shows.
She's like very dramatic.
I am very dramatic. I am.
Yeah, like right now, we're living in a new construction neighborhood. So, like, that's, like, all the houses that are getting built around us. So, we were, like, the first people that moved in. And, like, she called me and she's like, are you going to be okay? Like,
yeah, like, you're leaving my house with 2 kids. I mean, you are down the street by 2 minutes, but I could follow you home. I mean, I'm not the greatest to defend you, but
I know.
I'll call 911. I mean, I will help you, okay?
And they did do a few, like, break-ins, but, like, on the houses that haven't closed yet because, they know there's AC.
But let's be serious. You called me talking about your screen, something with your screen on the sliding glass doors was like breaking, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that could have been a break-in. And you're like, yeah, it could have been a break-in. And then,
well, yeah, that was like before we got the cameras in the house, so.
Okay, but I got nervous, so I was like, oh my god, let me save you, let me drive over there. I mean, I'm not gonna do much, and my husband ain't gonna do much. I mean, he's not really a fighter.
No, but he has a gun, so he talks about how he would just shoot somebody. So
no,
I'll be telling him, no, let's not. And Christine be like, no. He gets like all hyped. I'm like, we don't want you on CNN.
I'm like, calm down. First of all, you're not a badass. So let's calm that down.
No, he won't.
Let's take it a notch down because you're not.
He won't hurt a fly.
No, he's a sweetheart. So
I don't know about a sweetheart, but
no, I mean he's like a jerk sweetheart. Like he does jerky things. He doesn't have emotions, but he does sweet things to me, like he cooks the right food and he knows the way to my heart, between foods and shopping, we're great. So she
does a lot of shopping actually.
Yes, I do shop a lot. I do. But that's because I'm home and I'm taking care of kids and I'm always thinking of stuff. I'm always on Pinterest, so he knows me. Okay. Besides our kids and our husband this week, did you ever see like Southern Charm?
Yes, I
love Bravo. I love Bravo so much.
Me too. I love Bravo so much.
I mean, Bravo and Netflix, like that's my thing.
Yes. I'm obsessed with Netflix and Bravo right now. I do watch, I don't know I already watched the whole season They just came out with a show called Lost in Space. I know Christine and Ivan.
No, I mean, haven't done it. I'm not into the whole sci-fi, but you're like into the sci-fi, like the whole Stranger Things and stuff.
Yeah, Stranger Things was actually awesome. I loved Stranger Things.
At first, I was like, what is Jasmine talking about? And then I got into it and I was like, okay, this is okay. It's kind of scary. I don't really like scary movies because that's not my thing, or shows. You know, I get nightmares. I might be older, but I will still get them.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But besides that, I did see Southern Comfort on Bravo.
Southern Comfort? Southern Charm.
Southern Charm, yeah.
Sorry, I just like
Southern Comfort, yeah. I think that's something else. But Southern Charm. So
I think it probably was like on HGTV or something like that.
I think so too. So okay, I love Catherine. I do
like Catherine.
I love her.
Like Catherine,
she's a redhead and she's like a firecracker. But I love her because, you know, everybody thinks she's like...
misunderstood.
I love her because I understand her. Like, I could understand, like, I felt bad. Like, she was crazy. I'm a little crazy.
I really didn't find her that crazy.
Well, like in the first two seasons, I felt like she was a little, like they were portraying her as she was crazy, but I feel like she loves hard, and that's why she felt the way, like the things that she did to Thomas.
Oh, because of Thomas. Yeah.
But I mean, Thomas was like sneaky undercover. Like he would poke her, like, you know, poke the bear and like do things to bother her.
Provoke her. He would provoke her.
Yeah, like, but you know that saying, poke the bear kind of thing.
Yeah. But I was just saying.
Yeah, he provoked her a lot. He would do a lot of things to like mess with her, and I feel like that she really didn't deserve it. I feel like because she's so like over the top, it was easy for her to show, like, she's a very emotional person. So especially when she loves him, because she really did love him. Like she really,
and I really do feel,
and he was after her for a while.
I really do feel like he still loves her, and he's
I know.
Just certain gestures he does. He doesn't really say it. But like the girlfriend he's with now, she seems like she would say little things like, oh, if I got pregnant or stuff like that.
Or don't let me dye my hair red.
And
he was like, if she was, and then like remember when they were sitting down, him and his girlfriend Ashley was like sitting down, and she at a bar, or they went out on a date, and she was like, would you still be with her or something?
Yeah, and he said, yeah, if she wasn't crazy.
No, if she was nicer, or
if she was nicer.
Right. Yeah. So I do like her. I do watch all the Housewives, but I
feel like, and then also with what's the other guy that's on Southern Charm? The one that
Craig,
the one that's a lawyer.
He's a hot mess.
He is a hot mess. He like seems so emotional.
He's so sweet too, because he really does care for her. He just doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He loves sewing. I mean, that's cute, but I mean, they ain't gonna pay the bills.
That is not cute.
That is not gonna pay the bills. Like, and I understand.
He just likes to sew for everything. He sewed for the baby shower. He sewed for Catherine's, right? Catherine's baby shower. No, wait. Is it Catherine? Her name's Catherine.
No, Cameron.
Which one's Catherine?
Catherine's the redhead.
Catherine's the redhead.
With Thomas.
Cameron. Sorry, I get confused with the names.
But I mean, Naomi has a point. Like, she's driven, she's motivated.
I didn't know Naomi was only 25. I thought she was older.
Really?
You didn't think she was older?
Yeah, I thought maybe by 30. Not that she looks 30.
Not that she looks 30.
She's very mature.
Well, because, and I guess I just assumed because of her boyfriend. Because he's older.
Right. I mean, she looks great.
She lost a lot of weight.
She did. I mean, I think probably
she was already skinny, but she's
probably stressed. I mean, I like her. I really do like Naomi, because she's my type of girl. Like, she's psycho.
She's calling people out now on their bullshit. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. She's calling people out on their stuff this season.
It's true. I mean, like, honestly, I like her.
She called out, what's his face? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. I just call them what's her face?
Thomas's friend. JD.
JD, yes. Yeah, she was just pretty much saying she don't like him. Like,
I don't like it either. Like, you can't be treating your wife like that.
You can't be just like playing her and being with other women and thinking.
And then she looks like the crazy one. Like, they tend to portray the girls as the crazy ones.
Really,
but I like Naomi because she's like, yeah, I am crazy, and what? Like,
yeah.
I don't care what girl he's with. And it's true. Like, I would be like that. Yeah, like, it didn't work out. Like, I would be a little upset. And yes, it's selfish, but it's true. I mean, some girls are on the low. That's how they feel. And others just are out in the open with it. Okay, so I love Dorinda. Do you love Dorinda?
I am obsessed with Dorinda.
Dorinda,
From the Housewives of New York.
My language, she's the shit.
She is the shit.
The shit.
Yes, I love Dorinda.
She's awesome, like, liar, hoe on fire. I mean, where did she get this from? Like,
her lines are amazing. Like, yeah, she's just awesome.
And what gets me mad is that everybody's like, she's a drunk, she drinks, and like, yeah, she does drink. And yeah, she likes to have fun.
A lot of people drink. If you think about it, you can't just say she's a drunk.
I mean, Luann just got Luann's video from the time she got arrested.
Yeah.
Just got, I
think you can't just
released.
Judge somebody because she drinks.
I mean, and
she's still freaking awesome. Like, honestly,
and then how they edit her is like, why are you editing her, like, making it seem like she's a drunk when she likes to have a good time, like,
she likes to have fun.
And and Tinsley, I'm getting to like her.
I'm starting to like Tinsley too, because like she's finding her voice, and
she was sweet, but like she doesn't want to cause problems.
Yeah, she's calling people out too on
And
there.
Carol too, I like her, but she's a real snobby person.
I like Carol, but I like Bethany better.
I love Bethany.
I like Bethany and Dorinda.
Dorinda are my favorite. They're like my favorite. I just like Bethany.
They're very outspoken, and they tell you how it is.
And they're not sugarcoating it. Like, this is who they are, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's how I like them.
They're
too.
Sweet and spicy, I would call them.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Housewives franchise? Like,
I would just say the Housewives in New York. Like, really, like, I like all of the Housewives in New York. But like I said, I like Dorinda and Bethany better, the best out of all of them, because they're very outspoken, get straight to the point. They don't care what you think, and that's like kind of my personality. Like, yeah. I'm really like right now, I'm not like, I'm being conservative right now.
Conservative.
But, like, if you really know me, like my family does, I'm very outspoken. I tell you how it is. I really just don't care,
And I think that over time that will come on.
Yeah, that'll come out eventually. But,
right now.
That's just the way I am. Like, sometimes, I say things without thinking, and then you, like, think back, like, pretty much like that. And,
so they're relatable.
Yes, very relatable. And, I just really love Dorinda. She's freaking awesome.
So what did you think? Okay, what do you think is worse? Because you did bring this up to me before this podcast about what they were talking about, how Sonia feels like Sonia feels like her divorce was like a death.
Yeah.
And then bearing a husband like Dorinda is like the worst. So it was like them pretty much arguing about which one was the worst. And to me, I feel like I understand both point of views. Like, it feels like a death because, like, you do have children with this person. So, like, constantly seeing them, it's like you're always going to relive that time that you were happy with them. But at the same time, you could get over it. And then you could have that person in your life as a friend. Not saying that it always happens, but eventually you could get over the pain. As for someone losing their significant other and having to bury them, you're always going to think about, like, what if he was still alive, like, or if she was alive, what would my life be now? Like,
I don't even think, like, what life would be now. I think it's just with a death, sometimes it's when you have to bury your significant other. Sorry, my other son just woke up, so I'm just like, it was like his nap time, so I got distracted. When you have to bury your significant other, I feel like sometimes it's unexpected. Like, I feel like sometimes death could be unexpected. Like, okay.
Yeah, you're living a good life.
And then all of a sudden your husband or wife dies. I feel like that's a worse situation than a divorce. I feel like some divorces could be, just as bad. But I don't think you'll have the same, like, you won't grieve the same. Like, I would say, like, with a divorce, you could get over it. With a death, yeah, you forget about it, but not, like, forget about it. Like, you're always going to have that pain. You're always going to carry it with you. And especially if you had a good marriage and that was the love of your life, and it's going to be very painful. You'll never know how your life would be if they were still alive.
Right. So yeah, I understand your point of view, and with that, I think the same way. I feel like because it happened unexpectedly, that you kind of like do wonder, like, oh, what if that person was still here? What would be the next step? You know, sometimes people die so recent that they don't get to see like your children grow up. So I think that would be like something that would be painful too. And I feel like with divorce, eventually over time, you could get over the divorce, or you can move on with someone else, not like with a death like that. So that being said, I do like the Housewives of New York. They're my favorite. I think my second favorite would have to be,
I think Housewives of Atlanta.
Housewives
of Beverly Hills is my second one.
Housewives of Beverly Hills. I mean, they were boring. They were boring this season. I'm kind of ready for Orange County.
Me too. I am ready for Orange County. Yes. I do like the Housewives of Orange County. I do like Housewives of New Jersey, but I feel like they're always switching their cast. Like, there's always new people, always there's someone new. It's never consistent. The only person that I would say that was consistent is Teresa, which I did like Teresa, but I'm not just like crazy about her.
No, I'm not crazy about her. I feel like she's come to be too much like smelling her own shit, kind of. Sorry for my French, but smelling her own shit. Like, she just likes everybody around her you can't disagree with her. I think she's narcissistic. I mean, it's all about her. I know she's having a tough time. It broke my heart about her mother, but it's just, to me, I'm like, I don't think that it's like people can't really piss her off, because then she's quick to cut them off. So it's like, she's getting boring to me.
Yeah, that whole, like, I feel like they should probably just stop with the Housewives in New Jersey. Like, just.
What did you think about Vanderpump?
I love Vanderpump. You're talking about the show.
Yeah, I'm just over the whole Jax and Brittany.
I think Jax has to go. Like, I'm over Jax. Jax is just like.
I love Lala. I think Lala's.
I do love Lala. I do like Stassi.
I love Stassi.
Stassi is the shit. But I don't like her friend. I don't like Stassi's friends. What are the girls' names?
Kristen and.
I don't like Kristen.
I don't know the other girl.
She's just like trashy.
Katie,
and I don't like Katie either.
I don't like Katie. I mean, Katie's more calm.
They're like boring. It's not like I'm not getting entertained by them. Stassi, she's cool because she's funny, she's outspoken,
right?
And so is Lala. I like Lala too because she's the same way, and
she's refreshing.
Yes.
Besides Bravo, is there anything like, I don't know, pop culture? I mean, besides Kanye West doing the tweets, I mean, I started listening to some of his interview with Charlamagne the God. I mean, I feel like he doesn't really accept that he has a mental condition. Like, he doesn't even like to go to therapy, from what I got out.
Really? For Kanye West?
Yeah, Kanye West. He just says, everybody I speak to that is around me, that's my therapy. And I'm like, that's not going to help. It's like he wants to act like his mental breakdown was not caused because of, like, mental issues, instead of getting the help.
Do you feel like, with that whole situation, do you feel like the Kardashians have something to do with the breakdown?
I think so. He didn't really say it in so much. He says that he feels as though, like, just everything around him, just the competition of people, just to keeping up with everybody, like, all, I guess, his celebrity friends and everything of that sort. I mean, like, I feel that he's he says he's happy or like he's changed, but I feel like when I seen his actual interview, I felt like, wow, like he needs, like he's not happy still, like in his eyes. I don't know. He didn't feel like
He didn't seem.
yeah, he's not smiling as much. I mean, for somebody that supposedly took a year off and is like,
yeah, if you took a year off, I feel like you should come back, you should be ready, and you should be happy. You know?
I mean, I feel like isolated himself from a lot of people. Like, just, that's not good.
I just feel like the whole Kardashian family, like,
I'm already like tired of them.
first, I'm tired of them. Like, why are young girls looking up to them? Like, you know?
Society.
Yeah, why?
Everything's fake now, like fake butts, fake
boobs,
breasts, and I'm just over it, you know? Can we bring back natural bodies? Can we bring back where people don't have butts? Because I know not everybody has a butt. I mean, not everybody has to have one, but like, or they don't have to have like the perfect size or like the perfect breast, or it's just everything's like, oh my God, let's run to our plastic surgeon and get this fixed. Like, I'm just over it. Like, what society?
I'm just over that whole Kardashians. Like, I used to like them when they first came out, but
Yeah.
like, now everyone's like obsessed with them. Like, you know, like everyone looks up to them, and it's like, are they really that, like, what are they giving you? Like, what are you learning from them?
Okay, so let's talk about, as a mother, like this week, what is a product or a store or something that you feel like, wow, that was a good product, or that I had to go to that store because they had a good sale or something like that. What's something that you thought this week was good? I mean, I'll start it off. Like, okay, so I follow on Instagram this lady. She is called the Free Stuff Finder, and she is really good. She's always posting like different deals, coupons, amazing. So last year, every year we go to the beach. We go to St. Pete for at least a week, and we went last year. And then I was like, during my birthday, because it was during my birthday, she had posted this blanket, and I was like, oh, I would love a blanket, like just something very soft, long. So usually the blanket goes for like $20 or $30, and they had it for like $11. And so I ordered it on Kohl's, and I picked it up at my nearest Kohl's location. When I got that blanket, I mean, it was amazing. Like, amazing. Like, even after I washed it, it was amazing. It's still soft. It's super long. It's called...
What size? Like a queen size, you would say?
No, it's not...
like
maybe like a twin...
twin?
That long enough twin. It's Kohl's blankets. The name of it is the big one, and it's the super soft plush throw. I've noticed that they're not bringing back any more designs, so it's like they're basically whatever they have, they're selling.
Oh.
But this past week, I went and I got not myself, but I got the kids, the girls, and then my husband, because they're always taking my blanket. I mean, every time we watch TV, they're always taking my blanket or fighting over it.
Yeah, I think I know which blanket you're talking about. It's super soft. It's
super
nice.
soft. Even after you wash it, it's still soft. And it's super long, and it's just amazing. So I ordered it, and she had put up on Instagram a post that instead of it being like what I got it for $11, they were going for like $8, $9. So,
That's a steal.
yeah, and I stocked up on it. I also noticed that the beach blankets, they're really good too, from the same brand. It's Kohl's big one, and it's a blanket. Not a blanket. It's a beach towel that I got for me and my husband. Very nice. The fabric, it's very long, and when I washed it, it didn't like. There was no discolored. Like, you know how sometimes you wash it. It was still bright and everything. Is there anything that you would add to any products that you liked, or?
It's called Causabon. I want to say that's the correct way to say it, or the way to pronounce it.
And where did you buy it?
I got it off of Amazon, and I actually got it because, okay, like I told you, I have a baby that's 5 months, about to be 5 months, and, you know, we don't want like the flat head in the back. So when Christian was born, he was born with a hematoma. So he had a big bruising on the head. And so we had to get a helmet for him, which was $2,000 out of pocket. The insurances don't cover it. And
Because it's cosmetic.
So also with the flat head too is cosmetic. So we're trying to prevent that. And so with the Cosbon, I want to say, so you place the baby on it's like a little baby pillow with a little hole in the middle so it can take shape of the head. So instead of the baby laying flat on his head, he has a little pillow forming his head. Because
Does it help him sleep?
I actually don't. I don't let him sleep with it in the middle of the night just because, suffocation. I take
right, but
away.
during the time you see him, I know that you tend to put him to sleep, but you're cleaning around him and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say it helps him. I feel like it's comfortable for him. It is memory foam.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice. And I feel like he enjoys it, and I can't say I see any difference just yet because I literally just got it. But I want to, keep using it and see if it takes its shape, because he does have a little flat head in the back, and I don't want to go through the same thing with Christian and get another helmet and pay $2,000 out of pocket to do the therapy and all that good stuff, because it's cosmetic and insurances don't cover it.
Is there something this week I would say the shittiest, was there a shitty day or a shitty week? Does anything this week that made your week it kind of sucked? Or could it be better?
Yeah, I would say where before the sleep training, when I wasn't getting any sleep, I was really emotional. I was so tired. I was really grumpy. So I would say that really messed up my week. I don't want to say the entire week, it just messed it up a little bit, but for the most part, after that, I had a good week because then I started sleep training him and putting him to sleep and
got that sleep back.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing I had, I guess, difficult in, I guess, I don't know, nothing really in particular. I mean, the constant, with my kids fighting, the girls in particular, because they stay fighting, they fight, and then they make up, they fight. I would say that's the only thing that I could think of. Nothing just out of the ordinary. If you had one thing or 1 minute to yourself, what would you use it for?
1 minute.
Or 5 minutes or whatever. What would you want to do?
Probably have a glass of wine outside.
Yeah.
By myself with some
nice music.
I
mean, that sounds good.
And have the kids being on their best behavior.
I like a massage.
That too. I would like a massage.
Like a spa day.
I was thinking about that too actually last week. I need a massage. So yeah, that's actually one I would like.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed listening to us this week, and I hope you join us next week. This is Can I Get a Minute podcast with Christine and Jasmine.
All right.
See you next week. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.